Good morning, Philippines. You are watching the Business Portal, your gateway to business trends and opportunities, coming to you live on Channel 8 via Destiny Cable and Channel 1 via GSAT. I am your host, Rowena Suarez, and you can just call me Ro for short. Our segment, Investment Academy, talks about the different ways in, sorry, wala akong ticker. Our segment, Investment Academy, talks about the different ways to increase investment capacity, financial literacy, and awareness. Investment Academy will show Filipinos not only how to make money, but also how to create wealth. A sunny Wednesday to you, our dear viewers. Now let's start our show with our Just Ask Ro portion. We have a texter from, texter number 5178. Good day, po sa inyo. Ang anak ko po ay may naipon na 50,000. Gusto niyang mag-invest. Pwede ba pang i-invest ang ganito kaliit na amount? Kung pwede i-invest, paano? Texter 5178, madaming ways for you to invest your money. Of course, there is the bank. There is also in investments. And there's, of course, also our topic today is for Forex. So we'll find that out later. And if you need more information about this, I also have to know how old your son is and what is the risk of investment that he would like to get into. So you can just email me at justaskro@gmail.com, and you can also text me at 0917-862-7576. We also have a texter, number 6970. As a PSE stock player, I regularly monitor the daily ticker. At the same time, I enjoy watching GNN programs until 1 p.m. When the ticker stops, I turn off the TV and continue watching in the internet until 3:30 p.m. May we request that the management to continue the ticker until 3:30? That way we can enjoy more GNN programs. Thank you. I will have to bring that up with the management, and we'll let you know next week. And we also have a texter, texter number 864, Jomar from Cagayan de Oro. Good AM. May age limit ba ang pwedeng mag-invest? Siyempre, when you invest, you have to be at the legal age. So at least 18 years old. And if you are not yet 18, you can ask an adult to be there for you to co-invest with you also, because until you turn 18. And so for questions, you may get in touch with us through 0917-862-7576. That's 0917-862-7576. You can also send me a message in Twitter. That's just_askro. And you can email me at justaskro@gmail.com. And you can also watch it on live screening at gnn.com, gnlivescreening.com. And so our topic today is the Forex climate for 2012. And once again, we are joined by the master Forex investor. He is the founder of Forex Club Asia and the chairman of the Business Maker Academy, Mr. Mark So. Good morning, Mark. Thank you for being here again, once again.
Good morning, Roy. It's always my pleasure to be here.
Thank you so much. So, so brief, again, maybe they weren't able to watch you before, so a brief history of you being in the Forex industry.
For those who have not seen me before, which is a lot, I started Forex back in '98 when I was buying, physical dollars. That was when it was at 32 before, then held on to it, sold at 42, made some money, bought again, and so on and so forth. But online trading was something a little bit later on. It was about 2003, 2004 when the internet became more stable, and so I started trading online. So it's been a blast since then, because 2003, 2004, when I was just starting, it was a challenge. It was so hard. I was trying to learn on my own. And then finally, 2005, I was starting to break even already. Got recovered all my losses, and then enjoying my life. And then 2006, my wife was saying, you know what, you should teach this. I said, what, are you crazy? You're out of your mind. I mean, it's hard already to trade. I mean, to teach it, that's something else. But, you know, as usual, my wife is always right. And because the first class I held, I think when your friend, we were just talking about her, attended, I enjoyed that class. I enjoyed teaching it, and a lot of people get intimidated by the fact Forex. What is that?
How long is the class usually?
Well, the class is about anywhere from 2 hours to 4 hours per session. Anything more than that, it's a bit a stretch on the brain. So it's about 2 to 4 hours. So as I was saying, when I started teaching that, I learned how to simplify the complicated. And my students, since 2006 until now, have enjoyed that benefit. So that's where I started. And, you know, ups and downs of currency trading, like any investment, it's always there. But, you know, when you live through it, sabi ko nga, whatever doesn't kill you makes you angrier. No, I mean, makes you stronger. But, yeah, so it's been a blast. It's been a ride.
So since then, you have been a full-time Forex investor?
Yes, investor and trader. So the difference, of course, is investing is long-term, trading is short-term, buy and sell. So invested, yes. I've been invested in the dollar since '98. Until now, I have dollars. And then trading, on a week-to-week basis, I trade maybe 1-2 times a week. Some weeks there are no trades. Some weeks are very heavy trades, like this week and the week before.
Oh, really? So maybe we can talk about. So how did the Forex market perform last year? Do we call it the market, Forex market? Or
it's the common name. So yes, it's the Forex market because a lot of traders go into that market and then buy and sell currencies as well. So yes, last year, I was here last year, right?
Yes.
And I did predict
Australia.
3 currencies that would outperform everything. And I was correct. Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, and Canadian dollar outperformed all other major currencies last year, where the euro since 2008 has been falling against the dollar. It will continue to fall until March of this year. Pound also will start to fall, has been falling as well. Swiss franc has been strengthening, rather. Japanese yen has been strengthening. It's very strong against the US dollar. It has never gone above 80 since 2010, 2011 rather. And so that's basically it. 3 outperformers last year.
What about, what went well then and what didn't go so well?
Well, last year, like
I mean, like with the US dollar, it wasn't there at all. It wasn't,
right.
I mean, obviously, of what happened, no?
Well, fundamental reasons, no? The US dollar, as you may or may not know, after the crisis, the US Federal Reserve, the central bank, during 2008, 2009, they started lowering their interest rates. They were at the high of 5.25% per annum. It is now down to 0.25. It's less than 0.25% per annum. That means people are actually selling the dollar rather than buying the dollar because it's cheap. So they borrow dollars from the bank and they pay a small amount and then they change that currency into something else. Last year, you also saw the Dow Jones in the US go up. That was one of the reasons why. It was because they were buying dollars, or sorry, they were borrowing dollars at a cheap cost, converting it into stocks, which actually propelled the Dow Jones, the stock market in the US, or the index, to, you know, pre-crisis highs. Well, almost pre-crisis highs. And that's going to continue. The US Federal Reserve has already made a commitment saying, we're going to keep money cheap in the U.S. for the foreseeable future because the economy of the U.S. is still pretty sluggish and they still want to stimulate it. So that's the main story of the U.S. dollar. Of course, Europe, excuse me, as you know, still has a problem with Greece. Greece, for those who are up to date with current events, Greece is going to try to pass austerity measures. Well, they have passed it, but they have not yet received the bailout again. And this will be the nth time that the Troika, the IMF, the European Council, the ECB, will step in and give them funds again. While that's happening, Athens is burning. And so there's civil unrest, there's domestic violence now. But you see, Greece has to really just take and swallow the pill. The problem is, I don't know if the domestic situation will ever improve. And so they're caught between a rock and a hard place now. They can't get funding if they don't cut jobs and cut spending. If they do, civil unrest will continue.
And how would the euro be affected?
Oh, it's going to go down.
Is it going to be lower than the dollar?
No naman. I don't think it's going to be 1:1. Right now, the euro is trading at around 1.31. So basically, I think that it's going to continue down. It's not going to be 1:1. It'll probably go to 1.2 again. But 1.31 is the exchange rate right now. Thank you very much.
1.31.
Yep.
And what about the pounds? Because right now the UK pounds is also
actually they're in a worse situation now. It's going to continue also going down. The ratings agency Moody's yesterday downgraded the UK's outlook. So in terms of them being able to borrow money at a cheaper cost, this downgrade, not really a big thing, but you know, whenever something gets downgraded, everybody just says, "Whoa, let's just let's just stop for a while and think about it." So the pound is also in the same boat as the euro. Not as bad though, but it will also continue to decline.
And is this foreseeable for the whole?
As far as I give my forecasts, I do it on a 3-month basis or a quarterly basis. So it will continue to decline until March. Now,
excuse me.
We'll have to cross the bridge again when we get there in March. But for now, the foreseeable future is a decline until March for the pound. Australian dollar has had its run, and it's continuing its run. However, from now until March, be prepared for a slight decline. So if you have made some profits already in Australian dollar, or let's say you bought Australian dollar at a small price, now would be a good time to sell. Now would be a good time to get out.
Okay, let's say I bought, and where do I sell it? Also,
you can sell it back into the market. Current bank rates, if you're willing to take the hit in terms of the spread. But if you're talking about physical Australian dollars anyway, then that's the only way. Or you can go through a legitimate money changer authorized by the central bank.
so you can